Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Just a little bit of housekeeping. First of all, thank you everyone who has come recently to the channel, especially after the recent post from Generic Pie. Unfortunately, this is not my next tournament game against Generic Pie. That will be next week, so stick around for that. I hope you enjoyed this video though, because this video is against the excellent player Vayze, and I will be the shadow to their free people. And I think you got a good one in store for you. You may have already seen the video length, so strap on in and we'll get going here. So, I will be shadowed to Vayze's free people, as I said. He begins with Aomer, and Eagles are coming. Aomer is a good first card. I have Monsters Roused and Give It to Us, so a little less immediately useful, but let's go in it. I allocate one eye and roll a decent first roll, just the one muster, so a little lower than I'd like, against no moves. So, quite the first set. I tease that it feels like a Free People's Military victory already. If you've seen my previous video against Vayze, it was a very shameful performance on my part. Check it out. It's the video titled Learning from Mistakes. So, with two Palantirs and cards I don't particularly want to play initially, although the Monsters Roused has some benefit, I choose to draw a card. Shadows Gather is an excellent draw. Vayze passes. I go ahead and put the red tile in. Okay. Like I said, an argument might be made for Monsters Roused, but meh. Nah. Aomer is played, and the redraw is into Tom Bombadil. So, okay, could be good. I tease that Orthanc will not take such flagrant aggression and goes to war. Elves move down. Isengard moves to Moria. Gorgoroth. Yep. The North moves down. I was a little confused about that move at the time, but with Tom Bombadil in hand, that makes a little bit of sense. I go ahead and move to Morannon from Gorgoroth, so I'm probably going Dewline / Lorien. And Standard Army moves to Westamnet and Old Forest Road. So nothing too fancy here. I move out to Dagorlad. So nothing too special here yet. Round 2. I draw into Grond. He gets Axe and Bow, and I get Orcs Multiplying again. And he gets Path of the Woses. Oh, man. Okay. So, Orcs Multiplying again is a good one to see. I'm excited to have that. Fellowship okay. I allocate the one eye and get 3 more. Holy buckets. At least it's on a turn where he gets a lot of movement. So, teases, thinks about crowning. I know we thought about a long time about this, and in the end, Strider and Strider alone goes out to be crowned. Last time Aragorn got crowned, I got rolled. All right, so I take a hard left at Dagorlad. Let's get this king under siege ASAP. Moves again. I have to use my hybrid to put Sauron to war instead of getting Isengard. Getting a Saruman, that feels... Oh, yeah. Okay, I remember why I did this. And then I use the Elven Ring I've just been given to get Saruman in play. Okay. I'm not sure the order mattered there. That's fine. And Aragorn is crowned, activating Gondor. So, here we stand once again, old friend. Or at least, occasional playing companion. All right. Elven Cloaks and Thranduils. Well, at least I didn't go to the north to fight Thranduil. I get my dice back and draw into Balrog and Day Without Dawn. Good cards, and he hasn't gone through Moria yet, so the Balrog could do his thing. That's pretty exciting. I like the start of this. Other than Aragorn. I say one eye for real this time and get two more and three Palantirs. Three Palantirs. Oh, mine. Anyway, yeah. And that's what I'm up against with my. At least I have a muster. I can bring in the Witch King if I can get Gondor to war, but I can't even do that. He'd have to help me. Oh boy. We're equal in dice, so Aragorn runs off like the coward he is, although not to Eastamnet, he goes to Westamnet. Now that's, at the time, I literally just assumed it was Path of the Wozes. We know now that Path of the Wozes is in hand, but I just assumed that my worst nightmares were about to become true. Turns out that was a good assumption. All right. We note that Rohan does not get activated when it's just a settlement, only when a city or stronghold is entered by an appropriate companion, so that's good. I go ahead and put the Balrog in play. I mean, I have all these Palantirs, and I think that's a good play. So, yeah, makes sense. The Fords of Isen goes to Helm's Deep, as does Aragorn. So what a play there. And now, of course, Rohan is activated because Aragorn is in Helm's Deep. I go ahead and draw a card, a strategy card, just for, I need anything here. A Swarm of Bats is okay. Yeah, because I don't want to play, I had two Palantirs. I can't play Day Without Dawn. I'm going to play Orcs Multiplying again, probably. However, I am looking at my force pool, and if I put 6 of the regulars from that out, I will have nothing, near enough nothing, to reinforce Mordor if that comes under attack, which, yeah. I think that's a legitimate consideration in addition to my PTSD of the previous game. So, anyway, I draw into Return of the King. Fellowship moves. Holy cow. And is safe. Okay. Take a mini break. Okay, back. I do risk it, though. I say, hope this doesn't... Yeah, it's just too good, and I don't have anything else to do with the Palantir. I'm going to be overdrawing. And yeah. So that's good. That's a good play, I think. Thronduils gets played with just a... Yeah, you're going to be at hand limit. But you redraw from it, so into help unlooked for could be good. I attack Osgiliath. Yep, Gondor is still 2 actions from war, so I can attack Osgiliath freely, quote unquote freely. Power of Tom Bombadil is played. Yeah, to cancel my Swarm of Bats, I Swarm of Bats in anticipation of a Scouts. Not strictly necessary, but I end up canceling in an advantageous position, or he ends up canceling my Swarm of Bats, depending on how you want to think about it. But that's fine, I think. I get just 1 hit and just 1 back. So Minas Tirith gets a spare regular. That's, good. And here I say, if you have Path of the Wozes, so help me. Oh, jeez. And Rohan is moved towards war. Yeah, I think the other muster, maybe it'd be telegraphing a bit too much to put Rohan double towards war instead of Thronduils. But again, you're going to be overdrawing, so I don't know. All right. I move out and leave 2 guys because I am terrified. And Far Harad goes to Near Harad. Yep. All right. Recover dice. We're into round 5 coming up, I think. File gets drawn. Faramir's gets drawn. Oh, I guess it's round 4. Faramir's gets drawn. 1 turn too late. Faramir. Shadow lengthens. I have both Shadows cards. The 2 important ones. That's good. Faramir's Rangers. You throw Faramir's Rangers in this situation. Interesting. Not the Eagles are coming. I think I just like Faramir too much. Who could have guessed by my portrait, right? Okay, here we go. Yeah, Faramir's. Okay. Anyway, Fellowship good. Allocate 1 eye, because I still really want to be doing other things with my life. And just 1 more. So, okay, I've got 2 musters. One of those can be putting in the Witch King, because I'll put Gondor to war. And some movement in armies. Yep, that early 5th die. Oh, man. Okay, so I play a card. Oh, yeah. I get that Worn with Sorrow and Toil into play. Absolutely. Fellowship moves. And is safe. I go ahead and put the Southern Essenes to war, a little closer to war. Yeah, I think I'm waiting him out. I don't want to put Gondor to war early and let him use all those musters up efficiently in Gondor. And honestly, what's my hurry? Yeah, I don't think I'll need to do that. Unless I want the Witch King. Interesting. Anyway, okay. Let's see what I do. This game's got a while to go yet. So Fellowship moves again. Daring Moria and is safe. Shucks. All right. Armies consolidate near Lorien. And he musters Rohan to war. Or closer to war. Yep. I politely request that he stop. And I actually go ahead and spend the other muster on putting the Essenes to war. So I do remember this now that I'm at this point. This game was several weeks ago. My thought process is this. I have Day Without Dawn. If I can get into a scenario where he's trying to kill Gandalf and I have Day Without Dawn and everyone at war, I can prevent Gandalf for a whole round. I have Balrog in play. He's going to be moving through Moria. It's almost certain to kill Gandalf. So if I can time this, rather than attacking in somewhere and getting the Witch King, I would rather be in a position to deny Gandalf. Was my thinking. So, because I've done that, he puts Gondor to war for me. I think about it, and I go ahead and put Minas Tirith under siege, because I just really don't want that stack. And as I said before, I had just assumed he had Path of the Wozes. Muster and Dol Amroth. Interesting. I guess you just don't want to telegraph Path of the Wozes too hard? Interesting. And then I go ahead, and prevent Path of the Wozes. Again, I had no clue that card was actually in play. I was just terrified. So, we collect dice. Now it's round 5. All right. Gray Company, technically useful. I get the ring as mine. Through a day and a night. Oh my goodness. What a hand. Look at that. What do you do with that? What else? And I get a Deadly Strife. Oh man. So I'm going to probably throw Monsters Roused here, right? I don't need a Desperate Battle. All the others are pretty good. Yeah, that's surely what I throw. What do you throw here? Elven Cloaks and the Eagles? Do you keep the Gray Company? You're going to be overdrawing. Interesting. I kill Monsters Roused. Eagles are coming, and Axe and Bow. Interesting. Personally, I'm a Axe and Bow over Elven Cloaks guy. He said confidently, having not thought about it at all. Interesting. Also, let's be clear, how much lower in the rankings I am than Vayze. I am in no position to be making commentary on Vayze's plays. And yet, is my channel. I'll do what I like. Ha ha ha. Anyway, Fellowship good. All right, here we go. 1 eye in. Let's do it. 2nd eye rolled. Musters. And movement 4 days, but no will. Which is kind of good for me and kind of not good. Pass for the free people. I go ahead and put guys in West Rondor and move out of Minas Morgul to North Ithilien. Yeah, in case, That makes sense to me. Fellowship puts in file. Oh, yeah, that's super efficient. You've got all these characters you don't need to do things with. You got Elven Cloaks and file. Throw those in. I go ahead and get the Witch King. I want to put him in West Rondor, and then remember he has to go with Sauron units. Yep. The Grey Company gets played. Yep. How often is Grey Company played in Helm's Deep before Isengard moves out? Draws into Mars Arbul. Probably not going to be useful, but fun to see. And Red Arrow. Scouts. Gondor is active. You can get some more Rohan people because that's what's necessary. Ugh. Okay, I move into Asgiliath, and I move out of Gorgoroth. Yeah, where else was the other half move? It was going to be South Rune. I could count Mount Gundabad to go take Karok. Wouldn't be a bad idea. Meh, but what am I doing? No, I think the Gorgoroth play was good. I have approved my play. So be it. Fellowship moves. Okay. Double 6, double hit. Okay. Well, this was a time for the double 6s. To reveal, Gandhi bites it. Legolas is now the leader, and High Pass is taken. The Balrog effectively was a cruel weather and prevented a movement. So, and of course, the North is not under threat right now. So maybe there's a safety point up there. So I attacked Pelargir from the south. Yeah, there was no leadership, so I had to use the army die to do that if I was going to do that. I think doing this before Gondor musters more is a pretty good idea. Yeah, I like that. No card, no card. I do not hit, and I get hit once back. I press and take Pelargir. So I get a point. Round 5.1. Excellent. Fellowship hides. All right. Makes sense. And then I go and reinforce Minas Tirith, and the Nirn guys come out to Gorgoroth because, have I mentioned, I'm terrified. Red Arrow gets played. Yeah. Oh, man. Now, do you play Red Arrow? I guess you're at near max cards, so you want to play Red Arrow rather than just do a manual muster. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, yeah, because Red Arrow moves you down to the track. Ignore me. Yeah. So Rohan's at war. You have Path of the Woses and an army in Helm's Deep that can go absolutely ruin my day as long as you get a chance to do it. Yep. Rohan's going to be sad, I say. So I throw in the Ring is Mine because why not, right? I'm going to be overdrawing. I kind of want to get that out since I'm going to want to play it. What else was I going to do? Grond. Grond here's pretty scary. And what would I follow it up with? The Deadly Strife? Neither of the Mumakils would work. Relentless, and I want to say Day Without Dawn if I can swing it, although now my ability to cancel Gandhi is unlikely to happen. Yeah. Round 6. Bilbo's Song. Oh, wow. And I get Morgul Wound. What timing on draws, right? Fighting Uruk-hai for me. And Celeborn's Gladrim. What a monster hand here. Oh, man. What do you throw here? Elven Cloaks, surely, right? Even though, the worst of the best. And what do you throw here? I throw Day Without Dawn. Yeah. I thought about that at the time, and I still I think I agree with that the power of Day Without Dawn is sometimes just in the threat of it existing. And I can no longer cancel Gandalf or Aragorn with it in a role where that happens. So I like that play. I think that was a good play. And Elven Cloaks. All right. Fellowship good. Yeah, and I missed Worn with Sorrow and Toil. I missed Worn with Sorrow and Toil on Gandalf dying, but it would have hit the tile that was just thrown. So, well, Oh yeah, because the other. Well, yeah. Anyway, yep. Burnt hand teaches best. That'll teach me to. Not that it'll actually teach me anything, but burnt hand teaches best. All right. One eye in, and that roll. 3 C's, 3 Palantirs versus that roll. So the Fellowship can be moving and a little bit of military. No wills, though, so Gandalf's going to be fashionably delayed because we all know he's never late. With these cards and this many pals, what do you start with? Grond. I'm starting with Grond. Okay. I choose a strategy card. I am a madman. What am I choosing? The Deadly Strife. Oh my. Deadly Strife for just 2? Surely that. Yeah, just 2. Ugh. And take 4 back. What was I thinking? I guess what was the Onslaught going to do? And I'm still wanting to play Morgul Wound. The Fellowship has been hit fairly well and is going to be late going anywhere. The Black Breath would have been okay. Interesting. And then I no card into no quarter. Oh, wow. But I get 2 hits, so that's something. Only 1 back, 2 back because of no quarter. I take the Elite. Oh, yeah, because I've got Grond still ticking. Round 3, no card. Oh, I think about it. Yes, this is in fact the correct way to do that, I would say. I need to make sure I win now. And I mean, I have the dice. Well, either way, I could spend this in Lorien. All right. We're going to enter the part of the game where I could criticize myself less. I play an Onslaught to try and take Minas Tirith down right now. I get the 1 hit, 1 back. I Onslaught for 3. I want this done. I want him gone. And I barely get the hit. Minas Tirith has fallen at the cost of an entire stack. Oof. All right, so many kings now. So I go ahead and put 2 in South Rune, 2 in East Rune, or North Rune, and 2 in Umbar. So once I get Corsairs, won't take much buffing to come and take Dol Amroth, and I can come take something in the north. Dale and Woodland Realms seem like decent options with the stack from the Easterlings. I think that card is very good, obviously, and I like my play there. I use a character dice to shift around. Yep, if I can put Dol Amroth under siege so I don't have to worry about Gondor doing, but Aragorn and could have dead men. Got to be careful there. Muster gets played. A regular into Edoras, into Fold. That's scary. I Shadow lengthens the Easterlings together and some of Umbar up. Interesting. Not everyone to Osgiliath and then half move later to where I actually want to be. Okay. I don't think that's terrible. And then Fold comes marching. So, Rohan's at war. They can come in. With 3 dice, you could put Minas Tirith, you recapture Minas Tirith, or even just sit on top of it, make me come get you. This is terrible. I am not excited. So, that, and then half move into Dol Amroth for the siege. So, what do you do here? What do you do? And this is what I do. I play Shadows Gather for just the 2 move. So I have inadvertently protected my myself from Path of the Wozes. I mean, inadvertently, I knew this looked kind of Path of the Wozy, but regardless of whether that card is in play, I've saved Minas Tirith Siege. I've left Pelargir a little weak to a retaliation from Dol Amroth, but no leadership right there, and so I'll get to see it coming at least. Anyway, silly game. Silly game continues. Retreat into Westamnet. Interesting. Do you still have the scouts? No, Red Arrow got spent as scout, or scouts got spent as Red Arrow. Yeah. And I chase. Back into Siege. What a stack. I go ahead and take Edoras for the one guy and come up on Vale of Karnan. So I'm gonna be taking, or Vale of Kelduin? No, Karnan. This is Kelduin. This is Karnan. Good to know your places. I have no idea of anything about those places. Vale of Karnan. Gonna take out Dale at some point, although obviously Dale is a little scary because I put the men in the north to war. So that's inconvenient. Maybe I'm going to go for the dwarves. Okay. Fellowship moves. 3/6. I do get a hit, and it's a 1 reveal. So he takes the corruption and declares into Karok. Yep, as expected. As expected. I then attack Westamnet from the Witch King. Let's go ahead and... Yep, no card. I get my 1 hit. Nothing back. I want Helm's Deep under siege, and I want to threaten, especially with no Gandalf, I want to threaten taking it down, or at least significantly reducing it. If I can get Aragorn stuck there, the only thing I'm scared of is dead men. I mean, I'm obviously terrified of dead men right now. The Gondor force pool is still effectively full. So, yep. We advance into the next round. Round 7. Smeagol helps Nice Master. And I get Lure of the Ring, Kindred, and Hill Trolls. So, Smeagol helps Nice Master. You throw Smeagol helps Nice Master instead of Kindred. Interesting. I guess you're going, I don't know. Interesting. All right. Fellowship good. 1 eye in. And 5 more eyes rolled. I have no movement. I have 2 Palantirs and a muster. Oh boy. Against this, thankfully not all hybrids, right? Or something. I don't know what would be the worst thing for me right now, but not the worst. Here we go. Gandalf comes in, so that was a fair, it's been long enough. A pass. I get to pass. A Rohan Elite in Helm's Deep. What utter nonsense. I draw a strategy card looking for anything. I get Denethor's Folly. Not good for Helm's Deep anymore, but a Devilry will surely come into play someday. And I do mean someday. We're going to be here for a while, folks. Strap yourselves in. Again, I think I used that joke at the beginning. All right. Another muster. Rohan regular in Helm's Deep and a leader in Dol Amroth. Look at that. Look at that absolutely terrifying 4/5/5 with Aragorn. Yuck. And actually, since we're sitting here and I just have Palantirs, I go ahead and play Morgul Wound. Lure would probably be good too, actually. Morgul Wound gets its double effect, though, so it's fun to get that off. Vayze thinks... And I point out that I have only 3 musters rolled this game. I think that counts high. I think that's regulars, not counting hybrids. If only there was a way to check. Yeah, I only have 3 regular musters, 6 hybrids, but I am hot on my Palantirs and eyes. So, yep. Yep. All right. Got to keep moving. Vayze thinks for a while and plays Celeborns and draws into Guards of the Citadel. So I'm glad Minas Tirith is dead. I spend my one muster in Isengard. I think that makes boatloads of sense. And then Vayze does this. Attack the Witch King. I mean, there's nothing I can do about this. I have an army of almost entirely Southrons in West Emnet on turn 7 fighting a 4-5-5 Rohan army with Aragorn. So yes, this is your standard bog, standard normal game. I can't even play my Devilry of Orthanc and Rohan, for crying out loud. All right. Attack the Witch King. Showdown of the Kings. Vayze chooses a card. What's it going to be? A Sudden Strike. But I would say spend the Sudden Strike. It's just too stinking good right now, right? Ooh, the Charge. Spend Charge. It's effectively the same thing. Guards of the Citadel. Yeah. And what do I got? I got Lure the Ring. Yep, there's the charge. Yep, okay. So here's the pre. One. Okay. Not terrible. There's the one casualty. And no hits. And no hits on the reroll. Oh, boy. Oh, jeez. Vayze comments, that's concede territory. One hit on 15 dice for 5s. Holy. And I reply with 4 hits. 4 hits. No. Yep, just 3. Okay. I'm glad someone's paying attention. And one more reroll, and the reroll is the 4th hit. So I do, in fact, get 4 hits. Oh, man. Thank goodness. Vayze comments that that's just like they planned, or it worked perfectly, and I say just like you planned. So in that I mean, obviously is basically as good as it can possibly go for me. And I'm back in it, boys. And I get my Witch King draw into Orc Patrol. So kind of like Lure, except it only draws eyes, so it's similar. Dead Men. Vayze draws into Dead Men. Oh my, and Danes as I'm threatening the north with the Easterlings. What a stacked hand. Surely you get rid of Kindred now, right? I recover dice. What do I get? I get Black Captain commands. That's excellent. And Olakai. I'm going to need all the reinforcements I can get. Yep, there goes Kindred. Okay, here we go. Fellowship good. I say 0 eyes. I am desperate for some moving on this board right now. I roll 2 eyes, but the rest is attacks, so that's a good start. Still no musters. Because I kind of I'd like to get some more Isengard guys and get some reinforcements. There's a more balanced roll. Lots of Fellowship move if Vayze wants it. And we begin with Lamedon. Yep. So Iron Hills falls back to Erebor. With Dane in hand, you can get a max stack that ain't ever going anywhere. But you threaten Pelargir. So that's a problem, especially with Dead Men in play. Oh, man. Or in hand, excuse me. Yeah, suck is right past self. What do you do? So here's what I do. Fords from Orthanc. I get my hit, none back. With Gandalf in play, I do leave 2 guys. There's not actually an instant hand, but what is this? 8 cards deep in the character deck. It's a quite likely chance that the Fellowship has an end. So, and at this point, oh man, wow. Vayze, yep, a Pelargir, no card. Vayze just absolutely demolishes, but I get 1 back, so that's nice. Yep. I attack Helm's Deep from Fords. I figure if he's going to take a field battle, which I think we all know I would be heavily considering at this point, I would rather he hit Fords really hard, or even, I'd prefer he didn't hit Fords at all. But if I'm going to take some hits, I'd rather be on the Fords army, and I'm almost rolling max dice. I'm almost rolling the same dice anyway. It's what? 6 dice instead of 9. Those are the same number. I'm glad, Anyway, that was my decision making. I'd rather take a couple hits in Fords and then come in with the main army. But he goes ahead and goes under siege with Dead Men in hand and Path of the Wozes. Holy cow. Interesting. Vayze passes. I'd be really tempted to run down Minas Tirith and Path of the Wozes or Dead Men right now. Interesting. But with the pass, yeah. Oh, geez. I move out from Minas Morgul and reinforce with Gorgoroth. Okay. And Dead Men. There's Dead Men. Jeez. And through more regulars. Oh, man. I am in so much trouble. So what do you do here? You see half of what I'm doing right now. Well, actually, I undo this in a hot second. Yeah, okay. So, what do you do here as Shadow? You have 2 armies and a character. They have 3 moves left. That's the kind of army that takes Umbar. No problem, and holds it. If they have Kirdans, oh boy, you're a toast. Or they can muster once more before they leave. What do you do here? You have nothing. Mordor's kind of on the table too. We happen to know that Vayze has Through a Day and a Night, so if he takes us Gileath, he's up to Dagger Lad in 1 move. If I don't block. What do you do? Well, here's what I did. I want to keep Helm's Deep under siege. So I put the Sauron regular and the Mumakil there. My thought process is I have Hill Trolls, so at some point that can become one of the 2 orcs, or one of the 2 trolls. And then everything else starts marching back. Gotta go defend, is my thought. And I teased that South Rune should have gone west. Yeah. And the move is on. And the move is up to Edenmoors as well. Oh, man. And here I'm looking at this. I must have forgotten that the North was not at war, but I'm looking at this thinking, he's going to get a city's victory on me. He's going to get a stinking city's victory on me. Oh, jeez. So I move again. I do retake Pelargir. I'm not sure. I like the move out of Vayze to not muster once before you go. You're going to beat me there. And an extra elite left behind, or a regular left behind and you keep the elite, really does mean that that's a lot harder to take back. Although the Gondor force pool, nope, is still has lots of guys. Rohan's mostly tapped out, though. Thank goodness. All right. Umbar. Yep, Umbar goes under siege. But I have Olagai. All right. Olagai goes into Umbar. There's a sentence you hear every 3rd game, right? All right. Umbar. Again, Vayze is attacking with what? Do you spend the Valor, right? You spend the Valor. Surely, right? I know card. It's the Sudden Strike. Interesting. You really want this gone. Well, thank goodness Path of the Wozes is done. Although at this point, with the army in Umbar, what are you going to do? You're going to... Yeah, where's your other... When's Path of the Wozes going to be open again? You're going to have to really do some work to make that happen. So I think that play is reasonable. The pre is 1. Okay, so I reduce the elite. And no more hits on the 8 dice. Oh, good. Okay, but I get none back. Yep, you don't have the spare HP, so it goes ahead and stops. Now that Path of the Woes is categorically not in the game, I empty Druidin, bring the regular with me. I'm going to need every single orc. Turn 9. All right. Phew. All right. And as I'm recording this now, I don't know the final recording time. I'm going to bet we are not halfway done. Barely halfway done. Vayze draws into There Is Another Way and the Wisdom of Elrond. Another confusion could be good here. Because you're not going to spend through day and a night, that's for sure. What do I get? I get Worm Tongue. Oh, yeah, Worm Tongue. Yeah, he's helpful. And Musterings of Long Planned War. Actually helpful right now. If that Gondor army starts getting out of line, I might need that. Fellowship Good, 0 eyes. Fellowship isn't moved in a little bit. I desperately need the not eyes, and I get 1, so that's fine. 3 musters. Yes, good. Whew. Only 2 attacks. I have 2 army movements. He has 6 dice. He's threatening Umbar and a city's victory on me. And I have 3 musters, which is great. I'll take it. But only 2 attacks. Thank goodness he doesn't Yahtzee hybrids or something. Right? So 1 will, 1 character, 1 hybrid, a muster, Palantir. The Palantirs are good because he has Druid day and night. I would imagine considering playing it. Uses the will first to take Umbar or attack Umbar. Surely the confusion. Oh no, Valor. Valor is what's getting played here, right? The confusion. Interesting. I guess you just really want Danes. No hits again. We're at what? 16 dice with no 6s? Not counting the Path of the Woses that got 1. And I get 2. But I do confuse myself a little and hit myself. I take it on the Southrons and Easterlings. Press. You press. No card, no card. 8 more dice with no 6s. Holy buckets. 1 back. Gondor is forced to stop. Well, I have nothing better to do with my life than spend this Palantir on a hill trolls. Thank you very much, Umbar. I will be reinforcing you. And I go ahead and reinforce in Helm's Deep, the half troll that I thought I would leave there. And now what do you got? You got 3 regulars in Aragorn against a troll and a Southron. You got the Witch King coming down on you. Oh, all your dreams are sadness. Draw into a character card and get Mithril. I mean, yeah, that actually is not helpful at all. I guess Anduril would have been really nice there, but I don't know quite what I was looking for. And I am just absolutely terrified. I do think I missed in this game that the North was not at war. I think I was absolutely terrified of a city's victory, which was not as close as I thought it was, although it was actually pretty dangerous. I do reinforce Angmar and Farharad, though, so city's victory is unlikely at this point. I go ahead and move 2 armies. I bring the South Athilian and Osgiliath to absolutely make sure this army is dead. I'm not sure the South Athilian guys were strictly necessary, but where's the other half move? I mean, Edoras to Westamnet, I guess? Or Minas Morgul to South Athilian. I like that a bit better. Get those armies to a place. I'm no longer worried about Gondor. They have Force Pool, but I'll see it coming. No more dead men. Imrahil, I guess, is still available, but that's it. If he had Círdan's, he couldn't play it anyway right now, so. Aragorn wisely runs the heck away to Druidin. Yeah. So, I do have Black Captain, so let's go ahead and spend that. I get the 2 Nazgul and attack on Bar. I choose a card, Wormtongue, surely, right? Yep, there's Wormtongue, just for the cycle. 1 hit, 2 hits, red hits, blue hits, 2 back on me. He has no retreat. press draw. I draw into Isildur's Bane. No card, and the threat is vanquished. Umbar has been saved. Geez. Whew. All right. Everybody, no panicking. No need to panic. Lamedon and Dol Amroth are reinforced, regular each, so, okay, just 4 pieces of Gondor plastic left, of Gondor armies left. I go ahead and put an elite in Orthanc. Yep. And actually, I mean, this is always the problem. I still have a fair amount of Isengardians, Orthancans. Pass. What do I do next? I draw a strategy card. Interesting. Yeah. I mean, what was I going to do? I can't play Orc Patrol or Isildur's. I no longer feel the need for the desperate need for musterings. So yeah, go ahead and draw. I get the king is revealed, so that's actually quite useful. Oh yeah, I spend the Palantir to do that. Yep. A leader in Dol Amroth and a regular in Lamedon. Yep. Okay. I go ahead and play the king is revealed with the muster. Get a stack there that can... So the Southrons go take DA. Minas Morgul comes back, to Helm's Deep? At the time, I thought that was a good play. Maybe that's not strictly a good idea. I mean, it's 5 regulars for 1 and a Nazgul for 1 die. That seems pretty good. They're far from the front, though. Okay, keep moving. All right. Dane Ironfoots gets played. Yeah, at the time I remember thinking, well, why are you doing that for? I'm not going to go there now. Good job, but I mean, what else do you play with this hand? You play Mithril? That seems not good. Yeah, and you want to get these cards in play, so yeah, that makes sense. Get Danes in play. It's as good as it was, quote unquote, as good as it was ever going to be. Reinforce Pelargir and start moving north. Yeah, get this army somewhere useful. Get these guys on. And the half move, what else was I going to use a half move on? All right. That was, a fast game of War of the Ring ends on turn 10. Spoiler alert, this game does not end on turn 10. Turn 10. Shelob's Lair. Okay. Half-Orcs and Goblinmen. Excellent cards. Elven Rope and Riders of Theoden. Well, one of those is maybe helpful. I mean, Daylight's good. What do you get rid of here? Oof. Maybe Elven Rope? You get rid of Elven Rope. Jeez. All right. 0 eyes again. But 3 more rolled, 2 more musters, and 3 more Palantirs. I have 1 move. In the past, 18 dice of action dice, I've had 3 attacks. 4 if you count the Black Captain commands. Geez. On the bright side, we're both rolling a little hot on Palantirs. Okay. Here we go. An elite into Dol Amroth. Sure, why not? Oh, I say missed it. What did I miss? Oh, I missed it. Was my turn. Okay. Yep. Shelob's Lair goes in. Yep, I've got these Palantirs and nothing better to do with my life. And I say, yeah, because that tile will matter. Yeah. Yep. Oop, more craziness. Let's see it. And here we go. Legolas and all his pals are leaving the Fellowship. It's a military victory or bust, ladies and gentlemen. Oof. So Rohan's effectively tapped out. It's got an excellent army in Helm's Deep that is under siege but not going to be defeated anytime soon. Gondor's near tapped out but can hold Dol Amroth without too much trouble. You've still got Imrahil in play. You can get 1 more elite in. You're probably going to get a couple regulars, like our regular retreating from Lamedon. You've got the whole north pile Dwarves minus Danes. You've got elves minus Thranduil and Celeborns. Yep. And you've got 5 companions in Old Forest Road. Now, I don't quite understand the living in Old Forest Road. To me, I guess you all have to go to the same place. No, yeah, that's fine. All right. I comment that surely it's Mazar Bul, right? Yeah, and I think that's a fair guess out of that that you don't do that without Mazar Bul in hand. Because if it was there and back again or Guai here, as I say here, you would use those separately. So I draw Foul Thing from the Deep. Again, I can't use these. He's just sitting in Karok. I mean, he's tapped out. I would love to use these, but all right, Mazar Bul. So Gimli and Merry go to Erebor. The dwarves are at war. Suck. Boromir and Pippin go to Dol Guldur. Again, this is just your standard Boromir and Pippin go to Dol Guldur, as you do. Right. And Legolas sits in Woodland Realm. Aragorn jumps out to Eastamnet, which if you're a better player than I, you'll have realized why that happened. Couldn't figure that one out at the time. And Gandalf stays where he's at. I think I even hopefully guess like maybe Gandalf not in Fangorn. That'd be nice. That'd be really nice. Nope. All right. Oh, geez, what a game! Lazy wizard. I discarded all the ends. You lie like a rug. All right. I wish I didn't have to do this. Yeah. So here's my thoughts. The dwarves are at war. They have 2 companions. They are absolutely terrifying. And I have 1 attack this round. If I do not attack Dale right now, the dwarves will reinforcement is my guess, regardless of whether that's actually what would happen. That's what I think would happen. And then that army goes and does something I don't like. I don't care. It's terrifying. And now that I know they had threw in a day and a night, they go to Dale and then they threw in day and a night to South Mirkwood. And then you take Dol Guldur. Oh, that's terrifying. Oh, that's awful. So, not knowing that, I still decide. But the bad side of taking Dale is it puts the North to war. Gives them a whole nother stack of plastic. But I think I have to do it. Block off that path. So, Dale from East, no card. I don't even get the hit. At least I don't get hit back. Dale retreats into the Woodland Realm because, Erebor doesn't need it. Although I would have strongly considered, personally, retreating into Dale and then coming back out. It'd put you to 5 leadership. You have a captain. If you can eliminate that Southron or that Easterling army, but you'll take some hits doing it. I won't leave. You have to assume I have a good card or 5. Interesting. I get my 5th point. Yeah, because that 5th point's staying on the board. All right. The Northern Regular from Old Forest Road goes into Woodland Realm. Interesting. Yeah, I was expecting to get attacked here. And then Entmore's moves down to Trollshaws. So Moria is a little open. That's not so good. But fortunately, I have a couple musters. So I go ahead and put 1 in Moria, 1 in Dol Guldur. Yep, I'm terrified. He goes ahead and Bilbo's Song and Karok for 2 heal. Your standard Bilbo's Song with Gollum in Karok for 2 heal, back down to 1 corruption. Game as always. Oh, jeez. I reread the card. Yeah, I was noting the Fateful Strike. Because I'm going to bring the Nazgul up here, right? Surely you have hobbits in play. Surely you want to do that, but nope. Another minion into Moria. I'm actually like a little more worried about Orthanc. I really want to get Rohan gone ASAP. So I go ahead and put a regular in Orthanc. And then he Riders of Theoden because it only requires you be in a Rohan region. And this is a known thing, but for anyone who doesn't know, you can be in Eastamnet, which doesn't have a settlement, and get Rohan units. This is so inconvenient for me. It's an excellent play. Is that the only card that can do that? Let me page through them in my head for a minute. I think so. Except for Grey Company is kind of a forward muster, sort of. Anyway, you're not here to listen to me dead air think through the cards. We've got game to play. Now, on the bright side, Rohan is completely and utterly tapped out. And, well, okay, he's effectively tapped out, and he just gets a regular. So that's actually a little scary to have Aragorn with just a regular. But I have nothing to prevent to do anything about this. So I think this move was actually clever. I'm going to be overdrawing. I can't play any of my 3 hunt tiles. I don't want to play musterings. I can't play Denethor. I can play half-orcs. And actually, I think it's a good time to do it in Edoras. So if he goes to fold, or Westimnet, he was going to go to fold. If he goes to fold, I can attack, and 2 dice with a reroll versus his 1 dice with 3 rerolls. I'm actually pretty happy with that. Pretty sure. I think Aragorn's not a captain. Captain of the West. I'm pretty sure that's correct. Hold, please. Let's not discuss how long that took to figure out. He is, in fact, a captain of the West. So 2 dice with 2 rerolls versus my 2 dice with 1 reroll. But you only have 1 hit point. All I need is 1 5. So I think I've made that sufficiently scary. And yes, welcome to the 1 hour, turn 11 mark. We got a ways to go. All right. We proved the Swifters. Sure, why not? Why not make my life even worse? And a power too great. Yep, needed that. The elves aren't at war. It's turn 11, everyone. Everyone's at war except the elves. And he just drew a power too great. This is a good time for Shadow. I draw Nazgul's Search. Yeah, that would be nice if the Fellowship ever moved and the Shadow is moving. Okay, the Shadow is moving is actually helpful here. What do I throw? Probably Orc Patrol, right? One of the tiles. I get Foul Thing from the Deep gone. Interesting. Okay, fine. Fellowship good. Still no eyes. I've done no eyes, 4 rounds now? 4 rounds? And I roll no more. That's a much better roll. And then oh man, 4 hybrids, a character and a will. Talk about a Free People's Military victory roll. Oh man. Good thing I got something. The will gets spent early to put an elite in Dol Amroth. Excuse me. Okay. Interesting. Okay. I guess I'd be tempted to get Power Too Great into play. Get the elves. Well, maybe you don't want the elves to war. Maybe you don't want me to get Mouth. I don't know. Anyway, we do not have time for me to think about this. Especially with Bilbo's song and Blade of Westerness. Yeah, Blade of Westerness, which is... I'm going to forget the cards. With the Witch King Stabby card gone, I go ahead and bring the Nazgul up to Dale to address whatever's going on down here. And now I actually have a full stack versus your just 5 stack. So you're not going to want to take a field battle against that, or at least most people don't. Most people who aren't me don't. I go ahead and attack Erebor. Wow, I am bold. That seems terrible. But they go under. Thank goodness. And I decide to leave 3 behind. I am so thin right here. Pass. I mean, you're not going to kill me if you attack. I would be playing this very differently. Interesting. All right. We don't have time. One of the Nazgul I moved out to Mount Gundabad comes down with some guys to Karak, and Eastern Emmenwheel is moved into from North Athelion. Those 7 guys now are in play to do something. Another pass. Make me show my hand. And I show my hand by the shadow is moving. So, let's take Iron Hills. Let's take Karak. No Men of the North. Really? You double passed to not get Men of the North. There must be something I'm not seeing here. Thank goodness. I get my rerolls on the Fellowship. Woo! I'm glad to have the Men of the Northeast on lockdown. The elves are actually not at war. There is 2 regulars who could come out with Legolas. Boy, howdy, was I not paying attention to that. 3 dice with 2 rerolls. That's the kind of stuff that takes Dale magically when I wish they didn't. Anyway, I go to Western Emmenwheel. I go to Parth Celebrant. And now Aragorn's hemmed in. If you do not spend your character dice right now, I almost certainly kill Aragorn. So, okay. Or you can spend the army movement taking the army away from him. Yeah, that's the annoying way to do that. And the other half is elves out of Rivendell, the elites out of Rivendell. Holy. Interesting. Yes, interesting indeed. So I attack Fold from Edoras. All I need is 1 hit. Yup. And I play a Devilry to make it, or a Desperate Battle. Okay, Desperate Battle to make it happen. Excellent. Oh, wait. I miss. And I get hit. I press. No card. I miss. I get hit. 5 dice, no 5s or 6s. And now I have to stop. So Rohan is back on the board. Meets back on the menu, right? Rohan is mustering in Fold, and Bree is mustering. Mr. Butterbur over there is gonna start doing his thing. Fine. I draw a card. It's Cruel Weather. The Fellowship's never moving ever again, so that's, fine. I guess it's a decent combat effect. It's good. It's a good combat effect. He musters again in Fold and in Bree, a leader into Bree. Well, now that's the kind of army that just goes and be like, if this army, I'm specifically sitting in Western Emmenwheel waiting for him to enter Druid and Forest, because I am not going to let him take Minas Tirith. There's not much Gondor left, but I don't want these guys in a siege. That would suck. Yeah, take a look at that Free People's reinforcements pile. What a very silly amount of plastic has been mustered this game by the Free Peoples. My shadow reinforcements are barely bigger, if they're bigger at all. Yeah, they're a little bigger. Jeez. What a game, folks. All right, last Rohan man. Yep. That is the very last Rohan plastic. It's on the board. What do? I Palantir. I draw Corsairs of Umbar. Yay. It's a deadly strife, if nothing else. I mean, Dol Amroth should fall someday, right? The Boromir and Pippin join Aragorn and Eastimnet. Yep, that happens. Man. All right. Keep chugging. All right, here we go. I muster 1 regular, in each of the Isengard locations. All right. I'm going to need those armies. The north and the northwest and the elves are moving. Need to buck up a little bit. I need to take Rohan actually out. But a 0-5-3 in siege. A power 2 greats put in play. Okay. Yep. I move to Eastimnet. Yep, because now in this moment, I can do this, and if he moves to Druidin, I attack. I don't press. I'm risking a scouts a little bit, but this isn't really enough to go take Mordor, as long as I have any dice. As long as I have any dice. I think about what I'm doing, and I reinforce Moria. I don't want this in the northwest coming and taking Moria while I'm trying to defend Mordor from this random Rohan army. So this was the decision I made. I force a move out of him. Turn 12. Nazgul Strike and Threats and Promises. Challenge of the King and Swords and Eriador. Challenge of the King is going to be a little hard now because he does have to be with an army. Swords and Eriador is annoyingly good right now. Well, annoyingly good. It gets 2 guys on the map. What do I get rid of? Surely it's the hunt tiles, right? Orc Patrol. And Denethor's Folly. Okay, I have another Devilry of Orthanc, so maybe that one's not as important. All right. 0 eyes for what? Turn 5 in a row? I think it's turn 5 in a row. Only roll 1 more, but look at this. 4 more Palantirs and a muster. Oh, jeez. But turnabout's fair play. Apparently I'm on +10 on pals, but he's -6 on wills, so what are these dice? All right. The map is a mess. Tell me about it. Ah, jeez. I'm alternately confident and very confident in Nuttall. I am winning the corruption game so well. And I am not sure what's going on this map. All right. So first move, obviously, is to retreat to Druidin. Yep. So now I have to back off of... Man, why didn't that army from Western Emmenwheel move to Druidin? I guess I just didn't want him attacking Edoras. I didn't prevent that. That was kind of a weird move. I don't know what I was thinking there. We do not have time for this. All right. I move to Osgiliath to protect. If he puts on Minas Tirith Thunder, that's great. I guess I'm just absolutely terrified of scouts. Yeah, that makes sense. I actually I don't think that's the worst play. And then I reinforce Dimmeril Dale. The elves are going to be at war someday. I don't want this army in Lorien coming up to Moria. I'll leave 1 guy in Parth Celebrant just to make attacking out not free. So, yeah, I think that move's fine. Pass from them, from the Free Peoples. I draw into New Powers Rising. Excellent. And I throw Devilry of Orthanc / New Powers Threats and Promises. Good. All right. I upgrade 2 elites in Isengard. This is to prep for a New Powers Rising someday. The Fellowship flips. The Fellowship hides. Oh, man. And then New Powers Rising. So, I get 2 regulars in North Dunland, 1 regular in South Dunland, and 1 elite into Orthanc. This is the most underpowered New Powers Rising. But I think it's still good. I need to get Rohan dead. Actually dead this time. All right. There is another way. Yeah, your standard. There is another way to heal the only corruption with Gollum as the guide and Carrack. Your standard. Bog standard game here, folks. Don't know why you're even watching. All right, 0 corruption. And safe. Safe on turn 12. I draw into dreadful spells. I just have all these Palantirs and nothing to do with them. I guess I could... well, you'll see what happens in a minute. So, Swords and Eriador. Yep. Let's go ahead and get some guys in the Shire. King Bran's men. Dale is thoroughly retakeable with the elves' help. King Bran's men might come into play. I move a Southron and Easterling to Dead Marshes and a Sauron regular to Western Emmenwheel. I am absolutely terrified of a Scouts and Mordor falling to random Rohan army. Jeez. But I've done it. The good old defensive line. A ring is used. No, a ring is not used. Okay, the Fellowship moves. And is safe. Sort of, I say. Cruel weather into Eagle's Eyrie. Your standard cruel weather into Eagle's Eyrie. Yeah, yeah. I don't think I need to explain myself more. Jeez. A muster, a northern leader in Bree, and a regular in the Shire. The entire Men of the North stack is slowly being mustered into the Shire and Bree. Excellent. All right. Druidin from Eastamnet. This time for sure. No card. 1 hit, 2 hits, 2 hits back, 3 hits back. Oof. Press. They retreat. I do not move in. And we're into round 13. I get Palantir of Orthanc, which actually I'm about to run both decks out anyway, decks of cards. So that's not super useful. Into Stormcrow, I mean, yeah, that's not helpful. I mean, the Great Host. Great Host is excellent. Mirror of Gladriel and Imrahil. Yeah, sure, why not? Your last Imrahil. I throw Palantir because I don't need that. Throws King Brands. Interesting. I guess the Heroic Death, you're kind of all in on the... Well, I mean, you're moving the Fellowship again, so are you all in on the military victory? But declare out declare across. Oh, yeah, just for all the yeah. I offered to declare into good and to bad, but all right, 1 eye, because I finally have to allocate one. 1 eye, roll, 1 more rolled. Oh, look at that military. Look at that military. So, Fellowship moves again. Is safe again. Well, okay. Now we're playing the corruption game again, apparently. So, I have a couple draws. I have Nazgul Search. So, I half move onto Old Forest Road. The elves are still not at war, so that's a little good. And I would like to reinforce Dale if I can. I'm going to need more to take Erebor if I ever do. I mean, right now, this is just in Erebor is to stop the dwarves from going elsewhere. This is to stop these, plus the elite that went there, from being anywhere other than Erebor. Right now, that's good enough. But then South Dunland goes to North Dunland. I don't have Rage, but what I do have is an army between these two that can threaten Rivendell. At least push him back. So I like that. I like that move. Dol Amroth moves out to Lamadon, and Bree moves to Wither Hills, excuse me. Withered Heath is somewhere else. Withered Heath is up here. Weather Hills. I reinforce Pelargir from Osgiliath. I bring everybody, and I move to Holland. That's here, in case you're... Yeah, Holland. 6 regulars, so... Pseudo-threatening Rivendell. The elves are not actually at war, so that most of this stack can't attack. Now enough of that stack can attack, and certainly it can defend itself, so that's good. And Dol Amroth actually goes back. That's a little interesting to me. I'm not sure I'd have made that play. I guess you have Imrahil in hand. You don't want to lose too much there in a field battle. Interesting. All right. I play Isildur's Bane. So, Fellowship is an Old Forest Road on turn 13 with Gollum as the guide, as you usually are with 0 corruption. I draw from this hunt pool to get... Well, and what's been drawn so far, that's right. We have drawn exactly 1 eye and a 1 reveal. Yep, that's what we've drawn so far. Draw from this pile and I get an eye. Jeez. Oh, man. Sure. Why not? Pass. All right. Scary Gandalf is still in play. He has 4 character cards. 4 character cards. So I leave a preponderance of regulars, of Orthankians. And then Dead Marshes comes to Druid and Forest. I'm not sure that was a good move. Surely Moria out to Holland is a better move. Although, in my defense, for the next however long this video goes, this game, the video of this game is currently at 1 hour and 15 minutes. The playing of this game was currently like 3 hours or more. I don't remember for sure. It was something like 3 hours at this point. My brain is melting out my ears. So I allow myself that bit of a walk back there, I guess. All right, here we go. We still got a ways to go. We muster in the Shire, because, why not? Why not a leader in the Shire and a regular in Bree? Sure, why not? Shouldn't you be out of plastic? I say, we are almost out of plastic. There's what? 20? 17 plastic left if you count leaders. Jeez. All right. Yeah, for just a moment you had more reinforcements than me. Yeah, I think it was a little bit ago, but yeah, I know I was counting that for a bit just because it was so silly. Half move to Dale, leaving the rerolls on the Fellowship, and forwards to, I don't know. Surely there's a better half move. What am I doing in Dale? Just protecting against the theoretical retake, I guess? It feels like there's some better plays there. I don't know what they are, but it feels like there's better plays there. All right. Turn 13 and the elves are not at war. Yup. An elite in debris. Yup. Sure. Nazgul search. I do think this was a bit of a mistake. I surely should do something else for one action and see if he moves, because then maybe I get him revealed anyway, and I can save this card and tile for later. But no, that's not what I do. So the Witch King goes down. I leave one Nazgul on Erebor. I don't think that's... I guess it's more defensive, because I am a little worried about a sortie. That's the kind of army that could sortie and really 5 dice with a Captain of the West, 4 rerolls. Yeah, you can take me off the top of Erebor whenever you darn well please. There are more dwarves to muster. Not that many more, but a few more, enough to be annoying. So, Fellowship is revealed, and then and then we prove the Swifter. And Boromir and Pippin go into Helm's Deep. A 0-5-5 with a Hobbit and a Captain of the West in a siege. The only thing better would be Gandalf, and I have 5 rerolls from Isengard. So I also have a Rainbow Army. Yay! What a trash. I tease they should bring in Aragorn, but all right, Helm's Deep. Let's do this thing. A character card. Yeah, it's the Devilry. Do you soften this up with dreadful spells first? I mean, soften up. What are you going to do? Get a hit? Woo. Scary. I wonder if I should have dreadful spells the fold guy before I came in. It wouldn't have hit, but it would have been a fun thing to try. Anyway, Sudden Strike versus Nazgul Strike. I don't even Devilry or Thank. Oh geez. Right. Back Black Breath. Okay, I want to take out Boromir if I can stink and do it. I think that was a good play. That was a fine play. You're okay, Sam. It's okay. Sudden Strike though, that's scary. So here's the pre. Can Rohan turn around? Yeah, 2 hits. Yeah, that's a problem. Not, problem. I unfortunately only get 1 hit and none on the reroll. I can't even get a leader. Oh, jeez. Come on. And 3 hits back. That's a problem. I actually need to make sure that the guys from the pre are dead first, because then otherwise I don't have regulars to draw. So I stop draw into Phlox. Okay. New round. Free Peoples draw House of the Stewards. And Fear Fire Foes. Shield Wall's good. Turn 14. I draw into On They Went and Horde from the East. Horde from the East is excellent. I need it. I need it badly. Either half. Yep. All right. Fellowship good. One eye. They did move, so. And two more. And I'm again fairly low on attacks. Look at that roll. Look at that Butamus roll. Although against three eyes, it's not, crazy. You're not going to be running all the way to Mordor. So I guess I'm glad I got a couple more eyes. Another elite into Bree. That's beginning to be the kind of stacks that are scary. I attack into Helm's Deep again. Now here, I guess I've just decided. I have 2 musters, so I'm going to lose a few more guys, reinforce into Orthanc, and then come back. What else should I be doing? I could horde from the east and start hitting Erebor, but if that doesn't just win, I am in Sad McSad Town. I could start taking Dol Amroth. I have Corsairs. The better move here, I believe, is, and Círdan's ship's is not in play, is to attack Lamadon, get Dol Amroth under siege. Do they have Imrahil yet? They have Imrahil, so that's annoying, and the plastic to do it. But then muster twice in Umbar, and I have the Mumakil to do that, right? Yeah, I have the Mumakil to do that. So maybe a third time, maybe even spend the hybrid there. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, okay. We don't have time for this. Character card versus character card. They are terrible versus Brave Stand. Sure, why not? One hit versus way more than one hit. Ow. And now, oh yeah, and then there was a minor thing. I don't actually have enough regulars. Retake my casualties to make that not absolutely trash for me. Thank you, Vayze. All right. And then... I'd said I got one hit. Let's check that. I think I did. I said one. Whatever. I think I actually got one there. All right. Doesn't matter. Fellowship flips. I muster the regulars in Orthanc into elites. I have them to spare now. Fellowship moves against 3 eyes, is hit and draws a 3, so that's good. And you've got to reveal every single step, reduce every single corruption you can, so that's fine. I think I put on they went in the pool. Sure. Fellowship flips. Fine. Attack fold from Eastamnet. I don't think that was strictly necessary. I guess I just really didn't want Edoras to fall randomly. I suppose. No card, finally. Okay, Fold is dead, and I stay. There's no more Rohan men to recruit, so Fold can stay open. Meanwhile, the Bree and Shire are mustering. The Free Peoples have 10 armies left. 10 armies. 13 pieces of plastic. Crazy. Another elite into Isengard. Mithril Coat goes into play. Wow. Risking... Did I already spend the one that Tosa is in that Nazgul Strike? Maybe I spent it. 2 armies go out. I risk Ents again. He doesn't have Ents. He's never, ever had Ents. Now, I can't possibly have known that, but boy, howdy, would it be nice to not have to leave 2 elites in Orthanc. But this stack, I put it up to a 5/5 with infinite rerolls. That's as good as it was going to get, right? Turn 15. There's an Ents. All right, and Círdan's. So maybe I was justified. I draw candles and pits. So I throw Lidless Eye. Yep, we gotta keep going here. Gotta keep going here. Boy, was I right earlier when I said we weren't halfway done. All right, 1 eye allocated. 1 more rolled. And again, I would like to reiterate, at this point, we are definitely 3 hours in. I think this game took 4 hours to play on a weeknight for me. We got to, yeah, I was tired. All right. Both get some good tongues. Fellowship moves. Is safe. I reinforce Helm's Deep. Really want it. Fellowship moves again. There's no more cruel weather, so can get to Mordor. Helm's Deep. Character card versus strategy card. Candles of Corpses. Yeah, I guess versus Gollum, it's half a corruption. And here it's, yeah, this is good, I think. All right, forfeit 4. I get 2 hits. 1 back. Okay. Press draw. What do I draw? Breaking of the Fellowship. That could be good. I mean, an extra corruption's an extra corruption. But I use it as another Dread and Despair here. I think that continues to be correct. Probably. Boy, I don't know, though. Anyway, okay, versus Heroic Death. Okay. Forfeit 4. I get 2 more. 1 back. Okay. He takes the leader and reduces a regular. Jeez. I stop because I just don't have... He has so many more hit points yet. He has, 7 hit points and a Captain of the West to my 12 and infinite rerolls. I might need to reinforce again. Fellowship moves to get to Mordor is finally hit. Thank goodness. I get a 2 at least. Would have been nice to get an eye. Eats the 2 corruption. Okay, and doesn't want to reveal because, yep, that'd be an extra thing. I joke about 2 weeks ago when I joked about red tiles mattering. Yeah, the hunt pool is pretty good still, although I do have all 4 red tiles in play to just file. And all 3 blue tiles have been, other 3 blue tiles have been thrown away. So, all right, here we go. Helm's Deep again. No card. Jeez. Not even a, yeah, versus, I can't, why am I not spending the Devilry War thing? Surely the Devilry's good. Imrahil comes out. Well, the Devilry would have done nothing. 4 hits. And now this is definitely not enough to take it. Jeez. All right. Another regular in the Shire and a Gondor leader in Dol Amroth, because we're just going to do Imrahil the old-fashioned way. And at this point, I switch to East Rune. As a thought, you could put those in Farharad or Khand, just to be funny, because when has Hordes of the East ever been played in Khand? But you could put it in Farharad, double move them to Umbar and Corsairs. Between that army and Pelargir, you take Dol Amroth. Even against the Círdan's, even if the elves eventually get to war. Which again, turn 15, elves are not at war. Surely you take that. You bring over the Nazgul. That puts you to 7. Helm's Deep is eventually 8-9. Maybe Rivendell instead? Ugh. Pass. Okay. I move. What am I doing? Oh, okay. Well, yeah. And I have all these random onesies all over the map that are doing nothing for me. I moved from East Rune to Iron Hills. I'm going to reinforce. I'm going to try and take Erebor, apparently. Elite into the Shire. Sure. He has 8 armies and 10 plastic left, folks. Jeez. All right. Pelargir is reinforced, and so is Erebor. Okay. Shire and Bree move out. They're going to go make some trouble. All the Nazgul abandon. I'm not sure. Man, I think about it. And then I go back. I think, you know what? This is just not So I attack Lamedon instead of moving the Nazgul. I get my hit. Okay. I say, where was that roll in Helm's Deep? Yeah. Okay. Next round. I will go alone. Not so helpful. And Spirit of Mordor. That's very helpful. I still have a rainbow army here. I get Ringwraiths Are Abroad and Rage of the Dunlands. Do I even have... I do have regulars now, but Dunland's emptied, so... But it's still a good card. And the Fellowship is on Mordor. I turn 16 Mordor, ladies and gentlemen, and this is your hunt pool. 5 eyes, 4 red tiles, 1 blue, and both zeros. 0 reveals still in the pack. Yep. What a game. All right. I put 1 eye in because that's what I have as a choice. And roll not eyes. And he rolls a running turn. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It puts an elite in Gondor. Surely you run, right? I guess the thought is this: you're going to run. You'll get there. You'll get there. But the elite, the last Gondorian into Dol Amroth to hold this army. Surely that's worth it. Yeah, that makes sense. I bring in the mouth. Moria is the excellent place to get some leadership. Fellowship moves. Yep. And give it to us. Yes. A red tile. Good start. So we burn Mithril immediately into a regular eye. So a 1 reveal anyway. Mithril Coat did not help a whole ton, and now a red tile's back in. I mean, it was a move. It saved a move. I muster an elite into Moria. Boy, why am I hedging? Get Dol Amroth under siege. Muster, hit it once to get some guys gone, and then muster in Umbar, right? I guess I'm scared of this Army of the North, because, Buckland and Old Forest combined into Cardolan. You have a 6-4-1 in Cardolan, ladies and gentlemen. Your standard 6-4 Army of the North in Cardolan, led by Barlaman Butterburs over here in Trollsaws, helping out Elrond. But this is the elite from the Shire. So what? Farmer Maggot? Fatty Bulger, perhaps? One of the Sackville Bagginses? All right. So, I move an army out from Moria and Holland to stand off against these no-goodniks. Pass. See, I'm not sure that move was necessary. I mean, obviously, Orthanc is under threat. Don't know. I say... Yeah, do I want to show cards for Power Too Great? So I'm looking at this, I'm like, well, this is why I'm not Corsairsing. I remember this now. I suspect strongly, with only 1 card left in my deck, that I don't have another army card. And I really like Worn with Sorrow and Toil to not be in play. That'd be really nice. Would it? Man, maybe I should just be hitting Erebor and Woodland Realm and just abandon ship. Corsairs, something in to take Dol Amroth. Maybe even give up on Helm's Deep. That puts you to 7. Man, I don't know. Anyway, he trusts me, and I throw Dreadful Spells and Corsairs. Jeez. What a game. So I move some guys out. Oh, no, I recruit. Yeah. I use the voice to get some Sauron regulars. In fact, I'm noting that now I have a whole bunch of guys in North Dunland. I can Rage of the Dunlandings to like Fords of Ruin, to Holland again, or South Downs or something. Fellowship hides. Okay. And then I move back up. Yeah, okay. So the thought was now I have 4 regulars in the Dunlands. I'm going to go threaten Rivendell. At least get this Trollshaw's army back into Rivendell. And I can, wherever he goes with this army, I can be there with a bunch of Dunlands. Dunlandings. So he does in fact move up, and he moves down to Tharbad. Yes, your standard 6-4-1 Northern Army, led by the Hobbits in Tharbad. I do go ahead and continue Fords of Bruinen to threaten. Fellowship moves again. Yep, that makes sense, and hits a 2. Self-reveal. Fellowship's at 6 corruption. Second step of Mordor, you got to get 3 steps out of these tiles without corrupting. Very doable. Very doable. Not fun, but very doable. I put Rivendell under. Ladies and gentlemen, the elves are at war. Round 17. I say, now I can get the mouth. Yes. Jeez. Okay, we gotta keep going here. Last card. I draw my last card. The last card is Shadow in the Misty Mountains. Thank goodness that arrived immediately after I left. He gets Grimbjorn. There's another Scouts. And there and back again, right? I think so. You throw the Scouts. Interesting. Okay, we got to keep moving. This game's almost as long as the actual gameplay took. I allocate 1 eye. I roll 2 more, and I roll 5 freaking musters. Oh, geez. Okay, what a roll. What a silly, silly roll. The Fellowship hides. I muster an elite in Moria. I'm going to go take Rivendell, apparently. I muster another elite in Moria. The Spirit of Mordor gets played on HD for 1 hit. Okay, fine. I muster an elite in North Rune. Sure. Gwaihir the Windlord. Oh yeah, Gwaihir the Windlord gets drawn because, yeah, we needed that. Another elite in North Rune. Another elite in Lorien. The Free People's Plastic Pile is now 6 armies and 2 dwarven leaders. That's right. I flip the mouth in Rivendell to move out. I am at this point kind of saving shadows in case this army and this army come from Moria. Either one. Because I wonder if this goes to Orthanc and this comes to Moria, I'd be in a bit of trouble there. So between Rage and Shadows, I can protect Moria pretty well. This can retreat back towards Dol Guldur. I think that's a pretty good play. So I manually must... Oh, well, or not. I could just manually move in. That seems a little silly. All right. Surely the other half move should be to put... Sure, whatever. Fellowship moves. I get give it to us again. All right, good. 1 more corruption and no more moves. So now the Fellowship's at 7 corruption revealed on the second step of Mordor with this hunt pool. You got to get 3 steps with not 5 corruption. Oof. All right. Okay, so I move something. What? What do I do? Undo. Okay. Pits of Mordor. Okay. 2 into Dol Guldur, 2 into Gundabad, 2 into Moria. Okay, sure. Gwaihir. Where's Gwaihir? Aragorn's in South Dunland, because that was necessary. Why isn't he in Tharbad? That's confusing to me. Because he can't get there. That's why. Night's getting old, and the replay too. Okay, gotta keep moving. Okay. The Nazgul fly all around. Sure. Cool. Wizard Staff is drawn. That might actually matter. And Last Battle. That also actually... Can that be the Last Battle could actually matter. Wow. Okay, Java. You throw I will go alone. Yep, that makes sense. I mean, maybe Wizard Staff, but whatever. It doesn't matter. You have there and back again, so the Wizard might be doing something. All right. Nope, there and back again will not help you with that. Ignore me. Next. Okay, one eye. One more rolled. He gets a lot of Palantirs. Hide the Fellowship. Sure. Why not? Move 2 armies. Up. Another elite in North Rune. Gonna go take Erebor, apparently. Fellowship moves. It's a 0 reveal. That is not good for me. Fellowship is on step 3. Yes, 3 of Mordor. 7 corruption with that hunt pool. Needs 2 steps. Just 2 steps. Jeez. All right. Here we go. I double move. We're going to go do the thing. South Dunland is attacked. No card. On the reroll, the Hobbit leader, who is what? Old Man Took? I forget his name. Or Sam's dad? Not going to be able to come up with that. Keep going. Okay. I move the elites into the 2 places. Pass. Ringwraiths are abroad. Done moving. No moving of the Nazgul. It was just for an attack. I guess. I am quite certain I forgot the guy in Old Forest Road. Rivendell. Here we go. I have 3 cards left in the game, and I spend none of them. Surely something like an Onslaught would be good there. Or a Great Host. Anyway, no card. I get 1 hit. 1 back, 2 back. We retake the casualties. Oh, yeah, because he... So he tries to take casualties on the Northmen. And not a single Northman has died. It's turn 18. Everyone's at war. Dale is taken, Carrock's taken, and not a single Northman has died. Oh, crazy. And the force pool is 7 plastic, 5 armies. Oh, jeez. All right. I pressed, apparently. No card. I get 1 hit. Versus 2. Okay, that's actually pretty painful. All right. Yeah, he had to spend... Yeah, he had to spend a reinforcement elf from his reinforcements. Oh, jeez. Okay. He passes. Another attack. 2 hits. Versus 4. Oh, jeez. And now through a day and a night, Aragorn is going to relieve the siege of a 3-2-4 with Boromir of Helm's Deep. Sure, why not? And then march wherever he darn well pleases. Oh, geez. South Dunland was, of course, captured, which is an excellent moment for everybody. At least through a day and a night's gone. I do Rage of the Dunlandings, which is not strictly necessary. I'm not sure that was even really a good play. I do put 5 Uruk-hai into Gap of Rohan. He doesn't have another attack right now, so if he wants to do that, I will be allowed to reinforce Orthanc. He draws a card. He draws another Ent. Sure. I spend a Palantir as a no action. Yeah. I want to save them. Why don't I spend the muster to reinforce Orthanc with the mouth and reinforce Rivendell? Or put Iron Hills in Dale. Get elves under siege in Woodland Realm before they do any stupid things. What a weird thing. I don't know. Oh, yeah, and I point out that the Balrog's still in play. I could have used it in South Dunland for some free hits. And the laugh. Yeah. He does use an Elven Ring or attacks Orthanc. I threaten a field battle, but of course I don't do anything. And then I move out. Yeah, this is what should have been done with Rage. Orthanc was going to fall. I can put 5 regulars. They could have been in Cardalon or South Downs. and then move to South Erdluin. I know that Old Man Bombadil ain't going to come into play. The north is tapped. There are no more plastic. So I can get a free Shire. Yeah, I think that would have been better. Not that it matters. That put me to 6. Well, it could matter. It could matter. It puts me to 6. I just need 2 strongholds. I don't need to hold all of my stuff. It would have been good. Yeah, I say it should have been in the first place. Again, we are at 4 hours in here. 3.5 at least. Draws in a Horn of Gondor. That does not matter. I guess the Mighty Attack might matter, but it still goes away. We got to keep moving here, folks. All right. Allocate 1 eye. 2 more rolled. 2 moves. It's enough to put you in if you really get it. Orthanc is attacked. I do not play a card. Anensa is played. I am absolutely thrashed. But technically still alive. No card, and I am dead. Saruman is dead. Long live the king. I move out. Back to defend against the elves doing something with the half move as I move towards the Shire. Sure. Why not? Pass. South Erdluin, what am I doing? Oh, yeah. Lamedon to Pelargir. I'm anticipating that Aragorn comes marching for Minas Tirith. And then what do I do? Yeah, or, Dol Guldur. Fellowship moves. Good luck, I say. It's a 3. That's, I'd take a red, but 3 I will absolutely take. Rivendell, I think on a card. These are my 2 cards. These are the 2 cards left in the game. And I choose to not spend either of them. Okay. Versus a Daylight. No hits. 1 back. Stop. He draws into the last Ents cards. His last 4 cards or something like that were Ents. That's not true. Rivendell, no card. 1 hit. Not more. Jeez. 1, 2 back. Stop, because I have to. Fellowship hides. I think that was actually maybe a bit of a mistake there. You're not in danger of a military victory. Save the hide. You have an Elven Ring. If you desperately need to use it next round, in case I Yahtzee eyes. There, Vayze. We found it. Your mistake. Minute 45 in. Jeez. Rivendell, no card. No hits. 1 back. Sure. Ered Luin reinforces Grey Havens, and Aragorn moves back out to the Gap of Rohan, as you do. The mouth is flipped to move the Shire, to take the Shire and go back again, because Dimril Dale's going to go reinforce Rivendell, I guess. Oh, Palantir. Círdan's ships gets played. Where does it go? Into the Grey Havens, because why not? So, the Free People's Force pool is 1 Dwarven Elite, 2 Dwarven Regulars, and 2 Dwarf Leaders. That is it. Shadow moves out. I don't know why I'm leaving anything in Moria or near enough anything to Moria. I have Shadows over Dol Guldur if I really want. The second army I move out is to Agai to Tower Hills, so this doesn't come back and take the Shire. Sure. Oh, man. Athelas is drawn. The very last card was Athelas. Oh, holy buckets. Oh, man. 1 eye. 3 more rolled. This is, in fact, why I really do think you should have stayed hidden or stayed available or revealed. Words. I'm good with them. Let's make this a not 2-hour movie if we can help it. Okay. Athelas. 2 heals. 2 heals. Ah, jeez. All right. I flip the mouth. Armies move. I just move some random guy over here. Sure. Why not? Either way, GG. Here's the move. Does he make it? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A 3. That's it, folks. GG against this hunt pool. I needed a red really to get to not lose there for sure. I would have taken a Shelob 6. I would have been okay with a Shelob 6. Oh, what a game, Vayze. You madman. Well played. Well played. I certainly had a great time, and thank you all for watching. If you've made it to this point in the video, please seek mental help. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate you all. I appreciate you leaving comments. Give me a sec to set up statistics, and we'll take a quick look at those real quick. Okay, there we go. I am -10 on 6s and -7 on 5s. And boy, did I feel it in Rivendell there. Would it have been the game? Probably not. And I mean, while Vayze is showing us a very statistically average rolls, Vayze got absolutely roasted down in Umbar. Umbar should absolutely have been the Free Peoples for a very long time. So there's that. I'm +9 on Palantirs, +4 on Eyes. I certainly felt that, and even with all those musters on specific turns, I'm low on musters. Vayze is still really low on wills, high on characters. What an excellent game. I really enjoyed this, except for the whole losing bit. Thank you all. I need to end this video. Thank you all. I hope the next video will be my tournament game against Generic Pie, so please come back for that. It will be the second game. Visit his channel for the first game. I think we had an excellent game there. Without spoiling, I would point you in that direction. Thank you all.